Well, welcome back to the finals of the ZOTAC season finals. 3 days of casting straight has led us here, and it is the grand finals. Both these players are playing for a good chunk of cash. There's 1,200 euro on the line for first place, 700 for second. Both of these guys walk away today quite rich. But spawning here in the bottom right corner of the map, playing for Millennium. It's going to be the blue Protoss, Lilbow.
Never right, as the teal Terran, CM Storm's Polt.
Alright, so while we kind of made this big deal about Polt looking better and Polt playing better and better, I am curious if this, like, we don't normally see Polt get that aggressive, that in your face, like that cool little hidden second squad of units, like, that's not common for Polt. I'm wondering if this is like him acknowledging, like, okay, this fort is pretty freaking good. Or if that was just like, alright, you cheese me, I cheese you, I all in you back.
Yeah, I don't know. Polt can be interesting in that, you know, he is known for just doing the same thing over and over again, but he'll have a couple of builds that he keeps in his back pocket that he'll use like once or twice in a best of whatever. And they're not necessarily like a very simple Hellbat all-in or a very simple like Marauder slow opener. They're weirder builds. You know, I know everyone's gonna think back to like the 5 racks Reaper and Catalina. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about, but like, you know, like that, or like he had a Marauder Hellbat push.
Yeah,
that, you know, no one else really does, but he did.
Yeah, or more classically, the Marauder Hellion push. I still remember those games of MLG versus Yun. Probably my favorite Polt versus Yun series of all time. But yeah, he definitely has these little sort of secret, I guess not really secret, but like pocket builds. Yeah, is a better way to describe it. Because I think if someone wanted to take the time and actually think about it, you could probably write down all the Polt's builds on a piece of paper and just list them common to uncommon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could. But he's always trying to, I guess, adopt new ones. And what's actually even better is that he readopts old ones. Polt, one of those players that's been around for all 4.5 however many years that StarCraft has been around, he can bring out really stupid old builds, like Marauder Hellion, for instance. And maybe 1-base builds are out of fashion, but they can be changed to 2-base builds. I think it'll be fairly effective.
Well, the deal with the Nexus coming down a little bit. Both players playing pretty alright. No one really going super cheesy 1-base. Polt not it might go for a Widowmine drop on this map. It's pretty effective versus Protoss, but again, he's kind of like the bio guy. You know, we'd sooner see him push with a huge amount of Marines and Marauders than I think we'd see him go for like a drop.
Yeah, Gumiho and Supernova, I feel, are just like the factory users, right? They're mechs, first of all. Like, they mech a lot, of course. But then Gumiho really likes the 1-base Widowmine drop, and Supernova is all about finding, like, key positions with tanks. So, it definitely, barracks go with Polt. No, probe!
Oh. Yeah, almost gets the deny in the scout, but this is going to be... I mean, you see a CC first, which you already knew was down. Following up, confirming the 3 Raxes, for I think Lilbow at least, this kind of eliminates, like, okay, I'm not going to go for an Oracle. I'm not going to go for the Stargate. Probably not going to be worth his while. So this might just either catapult him to faster Robotac, or maybe even add in something like, again, we're talking about Polt having these extra builds. Lilbow, I wouldn't be surprised if one game in like a weird best of, he pulled out like Templar and Charge Lots or something, right?
I missed that composition. That was fun. TVP is still fun and all, but Charge High Templar is a lot more fun.
No. I will never describe this matchup as fun. I love watching this matchup, and that is fun. I hate this matchup when it comes to playing.
I loved playing against, and watching Charge High Templar. I always felt like it highlighted players more than Colossus do. But
yeah, it definitely felt a little more skill, because you had to perfectly time the storms and get your timing and all that. Mothership Core poking is weird, but yeah, Marines will chase us off.
Very risky. I mean, he just lost to a push, right? So is it so out of the question that Polt would push with like the handful of Marines that you need a Photon Overcharge to really protect yourself from? I don't know. I guess it's Deadwing and it's a pretty long map, but you just really don't see Mothership Core pokes much anymore.
Not versus Terran, at least, no. You still see it versus Zerg and PvP. You see it a lot, but Lilbow does have pylons starting to come down.
Ooh!
Have 5
Hey,
gates.
I talked about this. Well, okay, so it's not a 3-gate or a 4-gate, it is a 5-gate, but it's still the similar ideas. He needs to be very careful about revealing how many gateways he has. Like, don't just warp in 5 units.
Nice force fields. Really nice force fields. Or force field 2.
This is cool. I like this choice. So with 5 gateways, 1 bunker won't be enough. I think even if you got a full surround of SCVs on it, I think you should see 5 gateways.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have force fields, so you should never have a full surround of SCVs.
Right. Exactly. 2 bunkers is probably safe with the SCV pool, but like I guess I think 3 bunkers is gonna be what really solidifies your defense.
Well, Polt saw the pylon, immediately throws down 3 more bunkers, but they're in the wrong spot. Realizing this, he compensates by moving it over.
Another map like this.
If only he could shoot the rocks to repair them.
It makes sense. The bullets would just embed
You return the minerals to the ground once they came.
It's debris, I'd have you know.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't know it was French. Whatever. We do have force fields go down, and without medevacs to support this, it does trap the Marauders in. If those Marauders can't get in the bunker, this is a much harder hold to pull off. Because, of course, it's that range bonus from the bunker, the Stalkers that get screwed from. But trying to keep everything outside of the bunker, it does complete. He's out of juice on the force fields, so can't really continue to pursue this. But he did get some really nice kills. Lilbow now up by 10 workers. Polt losing a lot of mining time by not mining with this, but absolutely necessary for him to stay in this game.
Uh-oh. Sim is about to finish.
Might be a problem. There are a lot of Marines, but there's also not that much for defense. Like once the bunkers break, like everything else is gonna break too. Ooh.
I think that's enough bunkers though. You got the 3 in the front, and then like 1 more to cover the command center. I don't know.
Yeah, these aren't exactly going to go down quickly either. Force Field is going to keep the SCVs off, but it's nice to be repaired anyway, so Zealots have to soak those hits. They get on the front lines. There are a lot of Stalkers through this, though. There's no arguing that. Polt going to start bleeding out some of the Marines as they pop out of the bunker. There's 2 more bunkers, sure, but it's a lot of Stalkers still standing.
Still just barely holding. He's trying to get up to medevacs. Maybe a couple of Widow Mines would also be really good here. I mean, he recognizes right now that it's not an Immortal all-in, right? So it's probably not going to be a Robo. Another gateway comes down. Do you really think you're going to have the time to use it? Or the money?
Well, it does, actually, so...
Yeah, I guess 7 gateways would be enough. Okay. But it's going to, not be done for a while.
Yeah, it's funny. This is like exactly what we talked about him not doing, though. Like, expecting this to be one of the last strategies you'd pull from, but... 1 bunker standing. A couple of force fields will actually use the bunker against itself to keep those Marines and Marauders back. We'll see if they even get involved with the fight. They will shoot some Zealots, but Zealots take no damage from Marauders, or almost no damage from Marauders. The bunker does fall, and he starts pulling the Zealots back, knowing those force fields will be a bit of a problem. So, hold position, Micro, not looking too bad. Mothership Core does go down, but she had already used up all her time warps anyways. Last bunker standing is going to fall. Force field couldn't go on that ramp and block out reinforcements, but I think Lilbow may have just done it. Barely. But oh my god, a 7-gate versus Terran. Who'd have thunk it, Zombie Row?
5 bunkers.
With 5
Marauders
bunkers!
galore and Stim eventually.
You know what it is? It's freaking maps with back rocks. It doesn't matter whether it's in the main or the natural.
No, we need a word. It's not Protosing, it's Lilbowing, okay?
It is.
Like,
it
Protosing
really
is when you don't even expect